Welcome back to the Message Reviews podcast. Thanks for being here. Sorry this is coming up a little late. I know I'm supposed to get this out this morning. I'm trying my best to hurry and get this review out so that you know whether or not you should go see the movie that is the topic of the day. So let's jump right into it. Again, thank you for being here. Sorry this is late. I meant to record this late last night or early this morning. I just got a little tired. So today's topic, Army of the Dead, just came out in theaters a week early before it hits Netflix on May 21st. So next Friday, May 21st, on Netflix, this movie comes out. Most people have access to Netflix or know somebody with Netflix that they've still logged into. Let's be realistic here. A lot of people should have easy access to see this movie for nothing or very little because of Netflix, right? But they decided to release this movie a week early in theaters. Sorry, not on theaters, in theaters. I saw this movie last night. And I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on it, give you a little bit of the plot so you kind of know what's going on. For those of you that already watched my TikTok, you already know what my rating is. It's 7.5 out of 10. I'll go over a little more in detail why I feel that way towards the end of the podcast. But if you already know what the rating is. So I'm gonna try to do things a little bit different and get the ratings out there on my TikToks. And if you want to know more in detail whether or not you should watch it, you can come to the podcast. So let's first start off with. I'm going to start off with the scores, the ratings so far. So Rotten Tomatoes, the critics rated it a 74%. 74%. Not bad. The audience is rating it a 91%. Very solid. 91% for a movie that should just be on Netflix is solid. So we've had a decent amount of people go and watch it. Last night, the theater that I was in, there wasn't very many, if you saw my TikTok. I think at the end, finally, there was 2 to my left, 2 behind me on the right, and then 2 farther back. But there wasn't very many people in my theater. It's very nice. I just kind of sit back and relax and watch the movie. Oh, I'm trying something new out today. So let's get into it a little bit. I'm going to go over the cast. I'm just going to go over the 4 main characters in the movie. There are plenty of other characters in this movie, but obviously the first main ones. Dave Bautista, who plays Scott Ward. He is the main character of the movie. And then you got his daughter, Kate Ward, who's played by Ella Purnell. Omari Hardwick. And Ana de la Reguera. I always say her name wrong, which is terrible because I'm Hispanic. I should easily be able to pronounce this right. Ana de la Reguera, played by and her character in the show is Maria Cruz. There you go. So let's get to it. What do we want to start off with? Let's start off with plot, which I kind of gave a little bit of it on the my TikTok last night, but we'll just go ahead and go for the plot. So I'm trying to think how I want to do this without giving away spoilers, too. Okay, so first things first. Let's go with what you see in the previews, right? We know, based on the previews, that there is a group of people going into Las Vegas because Las Vegas is filled with zombies, and it's blocked off from the rest of the United States. Under one of the casinos, there's $200 million in the safe. Their goal is to get it, and they only have a specific amount of time before the Las Vegas is going to be nuked. So, that's the plot. In the movie, you're going to see how, for the most part, how it spread, or the zombie infection, and you're going to see how people in Las Vegas kind of reacted, and for the ones that got out. Now, that's done very quickly. They jump straight into the main part of the movie, which is them going into Las Vegas and trying to get the money. The build up for the story is done very, very quickly. But to be honest, I think it works. I don't think you really need much of an explanation before the movie gets going. The way the movie was shot, for particular scenes, I feel like it's best to watch it in a movie theater. The reason why I say that, or if you got a good setup at the house, cool. Because, like, a lot of people I've noticed, or just in general, like when you're watching a movie, not everyone takes the time to shut the lights off, grab the popcorn, or whatever, right? I feel like some parts of this movie are very, very big on let's go to the movies, watch this, enjoy this. Some of the scenes, like when it's dark, you need that pitch black environment. Other scenes, not a big deal or whatever. But I'm happy I spent my money to go watch it in theaters. I liked it a lot. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10 is really good for me. And before I am shooting this, it actually has a higher rating, both in audience and from critics, than Spiral from the Saw series movies. And I'm about to go see that later today here in the next couple hours. So knowing that already kind of like, wow, that's a little disappointing because I just spent my money to go see Saw as well. And that podcast will be out on Monday. So if it's better than Saw, then maybe this should have been the movie, in theaters, and Saw should have been the one coming out on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'll give my full review on that on Monday. But that's a little disheartening, knowing that this Netflix movie is getting better ratings than this other movie coming out just in theaters before, obviously all the other stuff. So, but I mean, I think they did a really good job with the characters. They do kind of give a little intel on the characters. They do it in a different style than a lot of movies. I like the way they talked about the characters, showed the characters, like their experiences in Las Vegas prior to everything going down. And then, when Dave Bautista is building the team to go into Las Vegas, how he goes and recruits all those people that were a part of it from the get-go. So I liked it. I liked the way they shot it. Do I think you should go spend your money to go watch it in theaters? If you like zombie movies, you should definitely go spend the money and go watch it in theaters. If you like zombie movies, you like horror movies, because there are some scenes in here that get pretty intense. I don't think nothing's going to shock scare you, but there are some scenes that are pretty intense. There's a lot of comic relief in this movie as well. So it was very entertaining between the scary scenes or the more thriller scenes, right? And then, of course, the comedy in the movie. Like I said, I think it had a very good balance of everything in this movie. If it would have just came to theaters, I would have watched it. I would have been happy with paying the money. But, people knowing it going to Netflix, I mean, for the average person, I would say just wait. You know what I mean? Like, if you already have Netflix, why go pay another $20 or $10, whatever your theater charges, right, to go watch the movies in the theater, unless you just want that movie theater experience. Like, I really enjoy the movie theater experience, right? I have not gone to I think I've gone to one other movie besides this during the pandemic. I don't remember what that movie was. Oh, it was probably, I think, Birds of Prey? Harley Quinn no, not Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. Is that what it's called? I think the last Harley Quinn movie maybe I went to go see. Yeah, Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. I think that's what I saw. If I'm mistaken, I apologize that I really don't know what it was. But that's my point. I used to go to movies all the time, and this pandemic's kind of thrown everyone for a loop. So if you want the movie-going experience, I very much enjoy going to the B&B Theater in my area. It's more of a fancy theater. You go in. There was a band playing on the right side. I wish I would have showed y'all that. People just sitting down because they have a bar in there, eating, enjoying their meals and whatnot. I ordered a spinach, chicken, and artichoke pizza. It was delicious. I'll try something different. I saw that they had Southwest egg rolls. It's my favorite appetizer, so I'll try that today. I'll try to get a little more visual on my TikTok with the food, so y'all can see what they have over there. But overall, good experience at the theater. I only spent $25 on food, which is surprising. Typically, I feel like I would have spent more. The candy in most theaters, the drinks and all that are just stupid expensive. But like their kitchen food was pretty much average price. Like I paid $10 for the pizza. That seems a little reasonable. So, again, 7.5 out of 10. Apparently, it's got a better rating than Saw, the Saw movie. So if you're going to see that, you might as well go see Army of the Dead. Like I said, unless you just don't really care for the movie theater experience, then just wait for it to come out on Netflix. It comes out Friday. There's really no point to spend more money if you don't need to or don't have to. I wanted to make sure I watch it to be able to give people the review to let them know whether or not it was a good movie or not. Fantastic. I very much enjoyed it. It's getting a great score on Rotten Tomatoes by the audience. If you like zombie movies, if you like comedy, this has everything I think in it for you. Or comedic moments. I don't want people to think it's just a comedy, but there are comedic moments in this movie. But yeah, I very much enjoyed it. I don't have a lot more planned out for this podcast. It was just mainly, should you watch it? Should you not? Should you spend the time? And that is all I got. This is going to be a very short podcast. We're talking like a 10-minute podcast. But hey, look, I'm going to give you the information you need so you can get out there and make that decision yourself, right? Go watch it. Whether you watch it in theaters now or you wait for it to come out on Netflix, I highly recommend it. I think that you'll very much enjoy it, and I think it's not a waste of your time or money, which is really, at the end, all that matters. So thank you for stopping by the Message Reviews podcast. Again, we just watched Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder film, in theaters now, and are on Netflix on Friday, May 21st. Have a great day. Thank you for being here, and I will see you Monday to let you know about Spiral Saw. If you haven't seen it already or you don't see it this weekend, I'll let you know Monday whether or not I think you should go spend the time to go watch it in movie theaters because it didn't come with Netflix, unfortunately. Peace.